Back at it again with more exclusive leaks, $100 giveaway. Like, subscribe, comment. You'll be entered into the giveaway. If an imposter tries to message you in the comments pretending to be me, it's not me. They're scamming you. They want you to send money for shipping and they never ship you the product. Don't listen to them. Your name will be pinned in the comment at the end of the week. Thank you very much. Let's go.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Diablolantis, the menacing mantis. Does anyone care about this? Tell me what this is good with. I'm gonna have to look at this later. So this is level 8 synchro. If this card is synchro summoned, you could send insect and or plant from your deck to the graveyard up to the number of non-tuners used for its synchro. So let's do another leak. Are you ready for a leak number 2? Minairuka, level 4. When a water monster effect is activated, you could chain this to the water monster, which means this could be chain link blocked. This is not a trigger effect. This is a quick effect that needs to be the direct chain link. Special summon this card from your hand. This is good, right? Are we good with this? Who's happy with this? You could special summon this card from your hand. It's level 4. You could banish one face-up fish, sea serpent, or aqua you control, then target one face-up card on the field, negates effects until the end of the opponent's turn. So maybe, you know, I don't know. All right, cool. Spellbound. All quick effect. All face-up monsters your opponent currently controls cannot be tributed or used as a material for fusion, synchro, exceed, or link summon until the end of this turn. I think this was hyped up when it was announced for TCG, and then it didn't really come through. It didn't really work out too well. That's what I'm thinking, right? I could not find any deck using this. Okay, no one was using this. I have another card to show you. Tilting Entrainment. Level 8 synchro. If this card is synchro summoned, you could special summon one level 4 or lower pendulum from your hand or face up from your extra deck. At the end of the damage step, when this card or your pendulum monster battles an opponent's monster, but the monster was not destroyed by battle, you could then destroy it by this card effect. Okay, generic. Anyone could make this. All right, we'll do another leak. I'll see if anyone was using this. Probably not. This was a YCS top 16 deck that used the train in the side deck. Wait. Okay, it's supposed to be in the extra deck. It just, the YDK thing didn't work. So it is the 15th card in the extra deck. All right, let's do the next card. Are you ready? Are you ready? You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. During your turn, if a synchro was sent to the graveyard this turn, it has to be sent to your graveyard. Target a synchro you control, it becomes able to make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Then if you activated this card by targeting a synchro monster with Warrior, Synchron, or Stardust in its original name, you could make it gain attack equal to one synchro in your graveyard. Okay, Poggers. New pack. Circle of the Fairies. During your main phase, you could normal one insect or plant in addition to your summon set. When a monster is destroyed by battle involving your insect or plant and sent to the graveyard, you can target one of those destroyed monsters and inflict damage to your opponent equal to half of its attack. Wow. That sounds bad. Let's see if anyone was using this. And I noticed some people getting mad at me about some leaks. I don't choose what's coming on the next pack, by the way. So like some people were like, what the heck, I hate furries, and they downvoted me for it. I didn't choose the fur hire, okay? Dimensional Allotrope Varis. Level 1 Psychic Tuner. Cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster with the same type or attribute of this card. Can't be destroyed by Psychic Lights. Oh, you then change its monster type and attribute. This card becomes the monster type and attribute when you declare until the end of your opponent's turn. Fairyant, the Circular Sorcerer. If an insect or plant is in either graveyard, you could special summon this card from your hand. It's a level 3 tuner. So we got, what is this, like Predaplant support? You can only special summon Fairyant the Circular Sorcerer once per turn this way. Oh, Max C. This is the counter to Max C we've been waiting for. Your opponent Max C's, you could special summon this. If this card would be used for a synchro material as for an insect or plant, you could treat it as a so it's tuner, non-tuner, it's level 3, it's versatile. Cool. Who knows about the Swordsoul? The Abyss Dragon Swordsoul is coming. And it's level 8, 3000 attack. Could not be normal summon set. Must be special summoned by a worm monster effect. Poggers. If a monster is banished by card effect, you could special summon this card from the graveyard or hand, but banish it when it leaves the field. So it's a worm, it's its own card effect. Monster is banished by card effect, you special summon. So I'm thinking we type in Swordsoul. Swordsoul Tenyi is probably the better one to look at here. And we type in the word banish. So banish by cost. That does not work. If a monster is banished by card effect, banished by card effects, Chang Ying, and the Sinister Sovereign. Sinister Sovereign, Chang Ying, banished by Call by the Grave. That works, right? Monster banished by card effects. Okay. Or if your opponent banishes you, right? If any monster is banished by card effect, so we just take off the Swordsoul and just by popularity. So if they Call by the Grave you could special summon, yeah? You could banish a monster with cross-out designate, then summon it? Yeah. Okay, cross-out designate summons this. Poggers. If this card special summon, you could target one card in the field zone and one monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard. Runic. We got you good. Wait. If Runic banishes a monster off the top of your deck, you special summon this, and then you target one in the field zone and one monster your opponent controls, banish them. Banish the Huggin, banish the Runic field spell. All right. Wow. Swordsoul is back in business. All right. Next card. The next card I'm leaking, top 8 a regional. Top 8 another regional. Top 64 to YCS. Wow. Top 4 to regional. Top 4 to another regional. Top 4 to another regional. Top 32 to Lima. The YCS Lima. Top 4 to another regional. Top 16 Team YCS Las Vegas. Top 8 a regional. Top 32 LATAM Remote Duel YCS. It top 16 Toronto regional. It topped 8 a WCQ regional in Buenos Aires. It topped 8 Seattle regional. It's got lots of regional tops. It topped 16 YCS Dortmund, which is when tier limit was tier 0. It topped 64 also. And it topped a Tulsa regional. So what am I talking about that topped all these tournaments? Worldsea Dragon Zealantis topped all those tournaments. Now, one of those tops was in a Fluandre's deck, and they play Pot of E, so they probably did not ever summon it. This is a Link 4 that you could use one monster. One monster. So you could access code Talker, move out the way. It's time for the Worldsea Dragon. You can only control one Worldsea Dragon, because if you could control 2, this is probably broken. You can only use each effect once per turn. During your main phase, you can banish all monsters on the field, then special summon as many monsters as possible that were banished by this effect to their owner's fields, face up or face down. During the battle phase, you could quick effect, destroy cards in the field up to the number of co-linked monsters on the field. No way this is not ultra rare. This will probably be an ultra rare, yeah? So let's look at a Draco Slayer top 16 using this in the extra deck. What Link 4 are they using? They're not using a Link 4. They're just climbing. They're climbing. All right, cool. So no access code talker play. Is anyone really excited for this? Finally coming. It's coming. It's coming. Who is excited for the Samsara deck type? Whoa, Samsara's getting new support through the Shamisen Samsara Sorrowcat. So it's time to whip out the Samsaras for the first time because you now have a level 3 synchro. Once per chain during your opponent's main phase, you could quick effect. Immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon using this card you control. All right, kind of like Crystron Hulk. If this card is in your graveyard, you could target one other synchro in your graveyard, return it to the extra deck. If you do, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Interesting. IP Masquerena before synchroing? Okay. All right. Are zombie decks going to use this? What do you think? Yeah, zombies, they're making Crystron Hulk, and now we can make this instead. Interesting. Infernalqueen Salmon. If this card is summoned, you could special summon a fish normal from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Sushi support. Suship. If this card is destroyed, you could special summon any number of Vile Spawn Salmon tokens. Wow. So you could pop it with Baron to floor, then just summon a bunch of tokens. You can only use each effect once per turn. Interesting. Normal fish monster from hand, deck, or grave. The ocean will rise. This is a card I thought we were getting in a previous pack, but Konami now found room. I don't know how, but they made room for this highly anticipated card for Odeon enjoyers. Boom. The Mimesis Elephant. You could special summon this card as an effect monster. It's level 2, 2000 defense. So the new Poro girl could just, I think, swing over that, right? Or she's got a bigger D. If this card in the monster zone, you could quick effect, declare a type and attribute, target a face-up monster on the field, it becomes that type and attribute until the end of this turn. So what's very cool about this is if you're playing with friends with no ban list, you can make it totally awesome. Yes, that is good. Is this sprite support? It's level 2. Interesting. Okay. On your mark, get set, duel. Continuous spell. When this card's activated, if you control no other cards, you could add one Synchron monster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn during your standby phase, place a signal counter on this card. You can remove 2 signal counters from your field and send this face-up card to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. Then send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. So this is kind of power creeping the greed card, the continuous one. What is it called? Shard of Greed is no longer good because this is going to gain the counter on your opponent's standby phase. No, actually, it's your never mind. Shard of Greed might actually still be better than this. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. Get set, get ready to duel. That is the end of the miscellaneous cards and some cards that may or may not be tied to some deck types I'm going to be revealing. Thank you very much. Let's go.